Well, hello there. I'm Jan, engineer turned integrative nutritionist, and I just love to say welcome to Ask the Nutritionist. If you are struggling with fatigue or brain fog, you have these unexplained cravings or something that just won't go away, or you have some stubborn weight that you're trying to get rid of and you just can't seem to do that, and you're tired of guessing what in the world is going on in your body, this channel is for you. I promise to do my best to help you understand what your body actually needs so you can stop masking symptoms and just start thriving. Let me tell you a quick story. Many years ago, like decades, I ran a side business called Cakes by Jam, and I just baked and decorated cakes from scratch. And that included wedding cakes. And I'm going to show you right now a picture of my very first wedding cake. You're not going to believe this, but it's the truth. So hang tight with me. I'm going to show you what it is. Are you ready? Here we go. That is my very first wedding cake. Now, at first glance, it looks great. But what you can't see is how many times I failed before I finally got it right. I had to rebake that bottom tier, that big monstrosity right there, 5 times. No matter what I did, it kept collapsing. I double checked every ingredient, the eggs, the flour, the baking soda, everything. But every single time the cake fell. With only days before the wedding, I was stressed out. I even faked a little bad luck superstition to keep the bride from seeing the disaster. But I kept going. I was determined to fix this problem and not just cover it up with icing, as I very well could have done. No problem. But then it finally hit me. I had been using self-rising flour instead of plain flour. That one simple mistake totally sabotaged my entire baking process. One ingredient. And then once I switched it, everything was going like clockwork. It was wonderful. It's like the heavens opened and all the angels were just singing, hallelujah, right? It was incredible. So why am I telling you this? What does it have to do? What does a cake have to do with me being a nutritionist? Well, it's really this kind of simple. It's really because um, this cake really is like a metaphor for how we handle our health. We see a symptom, fatigue, brain fog, headaches, the weight gain, all the things that I mentioned just a few seconds ago. We see those symptoms. We don't know where they came from. But instead of trying to get to the root, we mask the problem. We mask it with pills or whatever. We ignore it. We do all these things. And masking the problem is simply not helping us. We can't, I'm sleepy. So instead of saying, why am I sleepy? I slept. I just need some energy right now. So you go drink another cup of coffee. That's the way we do. We treat the symptoms. We do all that we can do to make the symptoms go away. But what if our body, just like my cake, is just simply missing an ingredient? Or maybe our body is full of the wrong ingredient. And that's why we're getting the symptom that we see. If we become focused on the root, we will figure out what's really going on. Our bodies were designed to heal themselves, and it will if we give it the right ingredients, the right micronutrients in the right environment. We will thrive. But typically, we're eating a lot of processed foods. We're eating things that are even just traditional, but they're just not healthy for our body. Whatever it is, if we're not feeding our body what it wants to thrive, we will survive. I want us to thrive, y'all. I want to thrive. So how do you find out what's missing then? If you're like me and you're the person who's always asking your doctor, but why? When they say, oh, Jan, you just have, or Jan, you just had, my first question always is, but why? And if you're like me, this is where you want to be, because most of the answers, guys, is really in your blood. And yes, not all, not everything can just be looked at or discovered by looking at your blood, but that's a big piece of the puzzle. You go to the doctor, like some of my clients, and you get your blood work done, and it comes back, and your doctor says, well, you look normal to me. Just, maybe it's in your head. Really? Or, well, we'll keep watching. We'll keep looking out for this. We'll see if things progress. Here's the reality, baby. If you heading down the hill, I don't care if you're going 2 miles an hour. If you're heading down the hill, eventually you're going to hit the bottom. So wait and see, watch and see what happens. If nothing else changes, yes, you are going to hit the bottom. We don't want to do that. What I need people to understand is when you are normal, really, normal is just another word for average. And who wants to be average? I don't. I want to be above average, especially when it comes to my health. I don't want to survive. I want to thrive. I want to be my energetic self. Like right now, I just turned 60 and I'm loving it. And do I feel like I'm 30? No. But in some ways I do. I have the get up and go in a lot of ways, like I did when I was 20 years younger. And I want to stay that way. I want to be like my mom, who's in her 80s, but nobody ever guesses that when they meet her. They don't guess that because of how she carries herself, because she does everything that she can do to maximize her health. And that's what I want to help you do. I want to help you understand your body, understand how it works, understand what it needs so you can thrive. So that's what this is all about. And if that's something that interests you, then go ahead and hit that subscribe button, hit the like button, and share it with somebody else who may want this same kind of information. And then in the comments below, please write your health questions. Jan, this is happening and I don't know why, or whatever the thing is going on. We will discover the reason together. That is why I did this. I want to help you. I want to help all of us thrive, not just survive. Let's get healthy, okay? And let's do it together.